Right.
So we're here today with Bill Nancarrow, who's the winemaker at Duckhorn Vineyards. And Dan, there's a movie that came out a few years ago where one of the lines, one of the most memorable lines was "No effing Merlot." Now this movie was a big advocate of Pinot Noir. Now, Duckhorn Vineyards is best known perhaps for its Three Palms Merlot. Is what they said in the movie true about Merlot?
You know, it was a pretty funny line when I went to the movie. I actually fell off my chair, and when I heard that, I thought it was great. My boss who was sitting next to me didn't think it was so funny, but you know, we're kind of fortunate. We actually make Pinot Noir at a number of our wineries, so we've benefited from the boom of Pinot Noir that came from that line. Slightly ironic, you know, the wine that they tried later on, Cheval Blanc, is 50% Merlot, so even though he said that, he really loved the Cheval Blanc. I think, you know, in terms of our, we continue to try and make high-end Merlot. We always have and we always will, and it's still selling pretty well. I mean, Merlot's still popular out there, and thankfully a lot of people think ours is one of the better ones. And
well, what's your current vintage, and what was the growing conditions like?
Current release is 2006, so for the Three Palms, and in fact all the other Merlots that we sell and make as well. So 06 was an interesting year. It was a slightly wet spring, a mild growing season, which is it's good for Merlot. Fairly mild picking conditions as well. So when that happens, the Merlot retains its varietal characteristics. So the wines have very nice spicy plumminess in their aromas. That follows through the plumminess in the palate and some darker fruits. And there's that velvety texture, that mid-palate velvetiness to our wines that you'd expect from Merlot in an ideal growing season.
If I were to buy some today, how would it be if I were to drink it right now? And how long do you think it'll last if I store it away?
You know, that's it's always the most difficult question for me to answer. You know, how long can I keep this wine for? I think we make our wines in a style that we try to cross over between those two things. So there is some immediate drinkability about them, but they also have extract, and we put, you know, make sure there's a tannin profile. That they are age worthy, and we make some different styles of Merlots as well. So one of them's a little bit more drink now than the other ones, but they age particularly well. The Three Palms in particular is a structured wine. It needs to be aged, and it does age particularly well. We just tried the first one we ever made, the 1978. We tried that a couple of months ago, and it's still drinking beautifully right now.
Marvellous. Thanks very much, Bill.
Oh, you're welcome.